Good afternoon, friends, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Rusty Inventions. Same old me. I'm known as Mr. Rusty, and channel our name been given to me by the subscribers, and I don't mind it, so it sort of stick. In the last episode, not this, the Rusty Steed, some news on that front. I managed to fix the alternator, well, replaced it, and managed to get it going, as well as there was a sensor that's all working now, so I could probably get a couple of miles out of it. I did end up going on Monday with Mrs. Rusty's car to work. Came back and tested the Steed out a bit more, and fixed the sensor thing, and then from there on I drove it all week, so it seems fine. So good, so we should be happy, or should be good to use it anyway on coming weekend for young Mr. Rusty's classic Mini. So this week at least, and he knows that, and that was the reason why I sit in. The only thing I would say on helping you is that you know that I need to make a video of it. Now how it would go, nobody knows. But this week, back on the steam engine. I said good afternoon. This morning we went out on a bike ride with friends, and we were blessed with a very good time, and it all went well and good. So we're back. Give one of our lady friends the opportunity to test road my my motorbike, because she's got the 500 Rebel and I've got the 1100 Honda Rebel, and she's thinking of maybe upgrading at some stage, and couldn't get a test ride with the dealers. So I said to her, you know, it's fine. I know what the riding is like, and that I can trust her, and she did well. Saying that, the Japanese who made the bike, they were clever. They made and done a really good job on that. That's a good bike. If anybody needs a bike to be recommended, that is a great motorbike. So, steam engine, as I said last time, actually in the last video even, working on the Rusty Steed, I started off and I said during that week I cut down a bar of steel in the thought that I would work on the steam engine on the weekend, and then all of that happened. By the way, it's a lovely warm day today. Hopefully it's gonna last a little longer. It's England, so we never know what to expect around England. So anyways, this here, if I bring you down to the bench, connecting rod, crank, cross slide, connecting rod. That needs to fit in there somehow, and let's sort of look at a good length. So I think I'm going to keep it at that length, so close as when it's finished. Okay, so but first, to start with, I need some, as you might be able to see, it's rough. I need to clean it up to start with, I need the journal on the one side to be able to fix in there. Saying that, I don't want to run steel on steel. It's not probably going to matter that much for a little engine like this, but it's good practice not to run the same sort of metal on each other. So my plan is to use a brush bushing in there. So I might have a shoulder, a really skinny shoulder either side, and then this in the center. Now plan is to, of course, make a hole in it, and then make it round, you know, bar, square, round first, and that looks really awful. Bar, so something like that. So be able to have a capture, bearing capture end here that's split in the middle, that could be released with a bolt or a stud. I don't know yet, but anyway, something like that. And then a bearing, I'm not too sure, probably a half split in two as well, seeing as I won't be able to get it around the crank otherwise. Okay, so, and then I would love to have a oiling point on that fixture there, and then it goes, actually that's a big end, then it goes smaller, probably looking at this will probably be the wider end, but anyway, and then it goes narrower so it can fit in this cross slide end, and that's going on the outside, so this will fit in between and swivel there. Looking at the dimensions of this, I would say the bigger end on the like a big end on the crank, and then a skinnier end on the cross slide. Okay, but to start with, like I said, just square it off a bit and get it a bit nicer. Where do I start? Well, I lose a lot of this anyways, but I know I can't have it wider than the crankshaft spacing. Crankshaft spacing, and get a micrometer out, even caliper. 7.5 millimeters. So if I make a millimeter either side, 5.5 millimeters. I want this thick at the big end. That's really small. I was hoping to have it slightly bigger. That's actually too small. Let me just go check the bolt sizes, okay, because I might have to go there. Let's see what's 7.5. Yeah, I might have to go the full width and just pop a bearing in there, which slightly protrude either side or something, I don't know. We'll have to think this out a little bit better. In hindsight, I would have loved this to be slightly wider here, but I don't want to put it back in the lathe to redo that, because all my measurements will be lost for sure. So I'm gonna have to work with that. Okay, I need to get this down at the widest point to 7.5 millimeter at least. So I need to turn this down. I know that. Looking at this, it's not parallel. That's 20.5 millimeters there. 22.8. So it's definitely out. At least 2.2 millimeters. I need to somehow clamp that and clean the surfaces up and work with that. I'm not too sure if I want to, although that would be the right thing to do, but if I want to turn this down parallel or mill it down parallel, let's just see. That should be 10 millimeters, yes, just over 10 millimeters. Yeah, I want it sort of as big as I can over there. Okay, so I need to somehow fix this in the vise. Okay, so I'll get you back in once I work that out. Okay friends, I have decided to go another route, seeing as spacing. This space in here is in the crank. It's just not enough for me to go with steel and then brass. So I've decided to make the bigger inside out of just brass. So that should help with the difference of materials, you know, bearings, and good. And I can, you know, all the surfaces. I need to have quite a nice fit in between. I need to cut it like that way and then part it off as well. So I think I'm gonna first go with slicing it that way, and then probably I won't slice it all the way through, or try not to anyways, and then drill it out to put bolts in either side, before I part it off. Okay, let's try that anyways. So you're on a lathe now. A new angle. This is my slitting saw arbor. Now I found a slitting saw that I can use, and it's over here. It's quite thin. That's a nice thing about a slitting saw. They're quite really thin. It's 24G, whatever that is for HS carabiner. So anyway, that's some of the thinners I've got. I've got quite a few. So the threaded part is on the lathe. My problem now is the biggest collet I got is not going over this. Now I know this worked on your lathe, great. I have used it in one of the first episodes to make a the key for my forge or chuck, and it worked well. However, it works in a lathe. I need to turn this down, the shaft down to 20 mil, which is the biggest E34 collet I've got, and this is 25 mil at the moment, as well as, I mean, if I want to cut gears and that sort of thing, a long shaft would be nice, but otherwise I don't really need it. I shorten it so I can get a bit more stability hopefully out of it. Now this is 25 mil, 25.3, so I want to take down 5.3 millimeters. Half of that is 2.5, let's go 2.6 to start with, and then I'll take some more readings. And I want to shorten it. Now I think I'll shorten it first so that I can bring the tailstock in closer and work from there. Let's see if I spin it up what it looks like first. That doesn't look bad. I think I need to up my speed a little, but saying that, if I'm gonna use the parting tool on it, and now I can use this fancy one. Let's just check it if it's any good. Yep, that's no good. Well, no, that's no good. Okay. Let me just straighten that pull post up. But you need to go in, I need to go in very straight. So check that that is quite straight. Now on another topic, guys and girls, I have been told, and I took note, and I'm very sorry that the sound wasn't that great in the last episode that was played 2 weeks ago. Hopefully the next one on a crank as well as the next one on a car is half decent. To go back now and fix it, I don't know if I can. I might be able to, but I'm very sorry if that's the case. I'll try and do something about it. Okay, carding. Let's go there, lock the saddle. Oh, this is great. Anyways, that'll do. Okay, that's pretty good. So I'm just changing over for a center drill. Tailstock. That should be sufficient. Oh, sorry guys, I knocked you. I want to get some oil on it. And off I go. A little bit more speed. Okay, that should be sufficient for tailstock support. Swap it over to the revolving center. That'll do. Somewhere around there. Okay, so now I can start turning this lot down. Let's go for touch off first. Let's go call that touch off. Reset the DRO. Okay, let's go. Well, yeah, it's a heavy cut, about 400 thou. Okay, so with the DRO I checked the height. Well, I carried on the lathe, got the arbor ready and all sorts. So with the DRO I got the height right. Top and bottom I measured that, and then I went in half and got that set. Now I'm going to move it over a little. There you are. So I'm going to set the x-axis. I want to go in roughly 10 millimeters. I'm gonna bring it in. Oops, bring it in. It's a shame I don't have a automatic drive there. Let's go half of that, see how that goes. I'll lock the cross slide off of there. A bit of WD, 40 top and bottom. Now this might make a bit of a noise. Might take a minute. Bring that forward. Yeah, that's rubbish. That's nowhere close to center. So what's happening with the DRO? I don't know. I should have probably, although that doesn't look proper round even. That might bite me in the you know where. Okay friends, so I thought about this monstrosity. Keith would have called it diabolical work. It's sad to say. I don't want to put my name on this. I carried on a little, but you know what, it's just not good enough. I'm gonna stop it there and start from afresh with another piece. Okay, so in the process of searching for slitting discs or digging out my slitting discs and stuff, I knew at this stage, like a couple of episodes before I was talking about it, my V blocks, I knew I had V blocks and I couldn't find it, and I thought maybe I was mistaken, I didn't have some, but I actually did have some. I have a few, a rusty one there that needs cleaning up. There's another one. I've got 3 actually. There's another one. So the rusty one, I'm just going to put oil on it just to stop any more rust. It needs cleaning up and stuff. I'll just put that aside for now. I'll actually go ahead and put oil on all of them, to be honest. And really I should try and make a better job. So setting this up is still a little bit questionable. I need to get that out of the way. The swarf. Old Mr. Dell in the backyard with Dell, who got the hand vise. He gave me such a good feedback and stuff, and told everybody how good an engineer I am. Mr. Dell, you put a lot of pressure on me, but thank you. But now I need to try and make good on his trust in me. Anyways, so I'm just gonna loosely grip it in there for now. Wrong handle. I need to get that. I scribed the line through the center, but I can see the center anyways. But I scribed the line anyway through the center, just, you know, to help with me setting up this slitting saw. I might grab another bit slitting disc, just to get something a bit better. Now this is really supported on one side of the vise, so I just want to put something in there that can support it on the other side. I've had some what do you call that, let's just see, some shims somewhere. That's still loose. Oh no, they are, they did grip. Okay, I don't know where my shims are now. Yeah, so I want to get this line here, which I scribed on there, which is very light, actually faint. I need to get that parallel. I came across in my slitting desk box across some other goodies. There's a very small square, a sliding square, beautifully made. Another thing with a degree sort of something on it, so protractor, I would say. Oh, there's a name on it, and I can't really read the what's the names on there, but B5, is it BS or B5, B, something like that. That's nice. A tiny little clamp, G clamp, another tiny little rule for something, and a tiny square. Now this is actually in a box. The writing has disappeared through. Oh, hang on. D-maker square, something like that. Die maker square. Oh, that's probably what it is. Die maker square. Ah, okay, there you are. Little thingies I got that I totally forgot about. I got that with the lathe, and I might just employ this to try and get this thing square. This is probably going to take me a minute. See what I can come up with. Okay. Okay guys, so on this round stock, first I cut a piece off of the round stock, put it in a lathe, faced it off, so I know where the center is. Then I took my center square and draw a line across the center just to make sure. Then I lined the whole lot up with blocks and squares and stuff of the bed of the milling machine, and try and get that line as nice as I can into the center of or you know, level. And then I set it up with a DRO height, top and bottom divided, and then I scored a line lightly across there just to make sure, and it fall in the other line exactly. So I'm pretty happy with that. Now I want to, from that, if I set the X value there, I need to go in 10 mil. I want to cut this way, so if I feed the table in, let's go 5 mil again, lock the whole lot off. Let me just check if everything is locked off. Yeah. Okay, and then slowly feed it through. Okay, happy days. Now I know that is in the center. That is huge progress for me. What I want to do though is what I've done here, I changed my whole plan over here. I wanted to first hollow out a spot for my M3 bolt. I can go in there, and then I thought, well, I can turn it around and clamp it down in the vise, and the idea would have worked. But I'm going to change my plan again. First I need to change cutters and everything, put that away, the slitting saw, take it apart because I dropped that arbor and slitting saw before, and it snapped pretty easy. I do drop stuff from time to time, and every time I feel like I can kick myself, but it's a bit late. It's a bit late when it happens anyways. And you know, I might take offense on myself if I kick myself. I might not take it kindly. And of course I'm talking rubbish again. So yeah, anyways, just taking the slitting saw off and put it safe. So first get the center of the part, center in the round stock, and I'll do it with a center finder. Well, that's the plan anyway. Wait for it to get flush. There you are. And then I just carry on very slowly till it kicks off. There you are. Okay, so I'll set Y there. Don't ask me why, it's just because I'm doing it. And do the same again on this side. Okay, so half of that would be the center of the bar. Okay, so now I can go up. Switch it off, change over for a milling cutter, and I can start working on it. Okay, so that's it there. I'm gonna start feeding that in. I determined that's where I wanted it. I got the center, offset it by half the cutter, and then offset it another 4 mil. So it's 8 mil offset from the center. Okay, something like that. So I'm gonna feed it in very slowly. Automatic feed. Keep an eye on it. Okay. I know it's going to clear the jaws. I'm going to go down a little still. And that's perfect there. I can work with that. Okay, so now I want to offset it 8 mil to the other side of the center of the drill bit. So there we are, 0. DRO, without that I would have been screwed. I would have struggled. 7 more, 7.5, 7.9, 7.8, there you are. Okay, now my V block is probably going to interfere, but I'll go as far as I can. Try not to hit it though. Okay, so weird things are happening today. I suppose I'm a little bit tired. As you can see, hopefully there is a bolt in there, M3 bolt. This one, it seems to be nothing. However, there is something in there. There's a broken tap in there. Why? Anyways, I think I could still save it if I part it, and that's my plan now, so we're on a lathe. If I part it slightly bigger than I need, and then undo the bolt. The bolt is just there to stop it from moving while I'm parting it. Undo the bolt, and then I could hopefully thread the tap out of there. So that's the plan anyway. Let's see if it works. Bring the parting tool back slightly. That's good there, I think. Anyways, we start the machine up, get some lubrication on that. Okay. Before I go too deep, let me just check with the calipers, see if I can see what size that is. All the calipers now. A bit chaotic today. Yeah, I've actually put it away for a change. I'm surprising myself. Let's see there. So that's just over 8.5 millimeters, so that gives me a fair amount that I can work down to get a good fit on that axle, hopefully. Okay, let's try it then. Part it there. Now I actually want to catch this chips here, because that's value I'm throwing down the drain. So let me clean this up quickly and put something down that I can catch, hopefully most of that anyway. If I can catch it up and put it in a container, I'll get you back in a second. Okay, let's try that again then. Nice chips coming up today. can put that back in the parts drawer. I'm sure of offcut straw. I'm sure I will use it somewhere at some time. Okay, so there is the part so far. We come into focus. Now I can, well, I need to clean that little tip up there, but I can also clean the or undo the bolt and hopefully spin it off on that tap, and I can hopefully finish up this hole on this tap or tapped hole, and I need to open up these two holes, seeing as they are not clearance holes at the moment. Okay, so let me do that then. Okay, so now I can just unwind that and get part of a tap out, and the rest probably with a plier, hopefully with a plier. And yes, oh, today been saved by the skin of my bum. It seems, anyways. That's good. Now I need to drill that out in clearance holes, and I need to tap it all the way through on the other part. Now that can fix together again, and I can drill. The plan is to drill the center out, probably on the milling machine, and then fit it on a mandrel, bolt it around a mandrel. I can ream that hole out anyway after I drilled it out, fit it on a mandrel, and then I can work the rest down to my preference. Okay, that's pretty good. Now this hole seemed to be slightly not in the center. That's annoying, but it's only slightly by eye, so I might get away with that. One of those things that will probably annoy me for a long time to come. Anyways. I'll watch for brass, as far as I understand anyways. He wants to grip. Okay, a bigger drill bit. He moves stuff out of the way. I fill up a bench pretty quick. As you can see, hopefully that hole is pretty good in the center, so there is some progress. That's good. Put that a little bit safe. put a lot of pressure on a bit. I don't want it to grab. That's it. Okay, now for the reamer. And that looks so much better from my first attempt. I'm so glad that I've redone this. Now I need to lift the head slightly. That'll be enough. Don't need to go over the top. That's good there. Okay. Okay, let's see what it does. Beauty. So I believe, well, I'm hoping actually, but I think that might be the thing just there. Wrong crank. Try and undo the vice. So this here would be the big end. Now my plan is to make up a tapered shaft. I need to flatten that surface off. Tapered shaft coming off of that to the small end, and I'd like to have some detail on here, maybe. Oh, I'm not even in shot. So taper off that surface there, flatten that off, taper off, thread it, and then I'd like to put more detail on here, maybe thin that out there. That might be in the next video, seeing as it's getting a bit late. Time is flying when you have fun, they say, but not so much. It was pretty hard today. I do struggle actually making a video as well as doing other things for the day. It is difficult, seeing as I'd like spending time with family and, well, Mrs. Rusty, as well as I'd like to do my videos. So where do you draw the line? Anyways guys, so for now I think I'm gonna call it there. It's not, well, it's not supposed to anyway, but it doesn't quite fit yet, because I want to be able to turn this down very little at a time to make sure that it will fit. So that's good. It's oversized. It's in 2 halves so that I can take it off. The hole is in the center, as good as I can get it, and I can fix it together and take it apart as I like. So that's all good. Yeah, things are moving ahead. So guys, I'm going to call it there. I know it's probably not much progress, but I'm gonna call it there anyway. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend ahead. May God bless you. Thank you very much. Bye.